Everybody is rushing to the same places: Canada, the UK, Germany. Everywhere you turn online, those are the countries everyone is talking about. But what if I told you that there is a small European country quietly hiring foreign workers? A country where English is widely spoken. A country where companies are actively looking for workers in hospitality, caregiving, cleaning, restaurants, and customer service. And here's the part that surprises most people. In many cases, the work permit processing time can be as fast as 15 days. Yes, 15 days, not 6 months, not 1 year, just a few weeks. But because this country is small and not very popular online, many people completely overlook it. Meanwhile, people who know about this opportunity are already applying for jobs and relocating. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know. We'll talk about the country I'm referring to, why companies there are hiring foreign workers, the different ways you can move there, the requirements you need, the documents you must prepare, and most importantly, the website where you can start applying for jobs. So if moving to Europe is something you've been thinking about, then you definitely want to watch this video until the very end, because some of the job websites I'll show you later are where many people actually find real opportunities. And as always, besties, if this is your first time coming across this channel, welcome to Peace Travels and Jobs, the space where we talk about legitimate opportunities that can help you travel, work, and build a better life abroad, okay? If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe, turn on your notifications, and join this amazing community. And before we continue, let me ask you a quick question. If you had the opportunity to move to Europe for work, which country would you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below, because I love to see everyone's opinion, okay? Alright, now let's get into this opportunity. The country we're talking about today is Malta. Now, if you've never heard much about Malta before, you are not alone. Malta is a small island nation in Europe, located in the Mediterranean Sea, very close to Italy. Even though it is small, it is still a member of the European Union, and over the years, it has grown into a strong tourism and service-based economy. Millions of tourists visit Malta every year, and because tourism is such a big part of the economy, there's always a demand for workers in areas like hotels, restaurants, cleaning services, customer service, kitchen staff, caregiving, housekeeping, and hospitality support roles. The reality is that the local population is relatively small, so in order to keep businesses running, companies often need to hire foreign workers to fill these labor gaps. This is one of the reasons why Malta has become increasingly open to non-EU workers in recent years, especially workers who already have some experience in service-based roles. And one interesting thing about Malta is that English is one of the official language of the country. So for many international applicants, communication is much easier compared to some other European countries. That alone makes the transition smoother for people coming from abroad, okay? So, but before we talk about the work visa pathway, it is important to understand that there are actually several ways people move to Malta. So let's quickly go through this, okay? There are generally 4 common ways people relocate to Malta. The first part is through education. Malta has several universities and colleges that accept international students, and compared to many other European countries, tuition fees can sometimes be more affordable. So some people move there as a student first and then later transition into work opportunities. The second pathway is through family reunification. If you already have a family member who legally lives and works in Malta, it may be possible to apply to join them through family reunion. The third pathway is through something known as a digital nomad route. This option is usually for people who work remotely online, for example, freelancers, online entrepreneurs, or remote employees working for companies outside Malta. These individuals can sometimes apply to live in Malta while continuing to work remotely. But today, the pathway we are focusing on, and the one many people are interested in, is the work visa pathway through employer sponsorship. This is the route where a company in Malta offers you a job and supports your work permit application. So let's break down how that process usually works, okay? The process typically starts with finding a job. This means you apply for jobs with companies that are based in Malta. Once a company reviews your application and decides they want to hire you, they will send you a job offer. After that, the employer begins the process of applying for your work permit. They submit the necessary documents to the Maltese authorities responsible for employment permits. Once authorities review the application and everything meets the requirements, they may issue you something called an approval in principle. This is essentially confirmation that the employer is allowed to hire you. Once that approval is granted, the work permit can then be issued. After the work permit is issued, you can then proceed to apply for your entry visa depending on your country of residence. Once the visa is granted, you can travel to Malta and begin your employment. Now, of course, every application is reviewed individually. But one reason this pathway has gained attention recently is because some work permit applications has been processed very quickly, sometimes in a matter of weeks, which is why many people consider this one of the fastest work pathways into Europe. And by the way, bestie, I'm curious, if you had the chance to move to Europe for work, would you prefer a job in a hotel, a job in a restaurant, or a job in caregiving or supporting services? Drop your answers in the comments. I always read through them and it helps me know the kind of opportunities you want me to research and share on this channel. So your comment matters, okay? Now, let's talk about some of the basic requirements that are often expected for this type of work pathway. The first and most important requirement is a valid job offer from an employer in Malta. Without a job offer, the employer cannot begin the work permit process for you. The second requirement is salary level. In many cases, companies hiring foreign workers need to demonstrate that they will pay a reasonable salary that meets the country's employment standards. Depending on the role, some positions may fall within the range of around 25,000 to 30,000 euros per year, especially for skilled positions. However, service-based jobs may sometimes have different salary structure depending on the employer and the role. The third requirement is relevant qualification or experience. This doesn't always mean you must have a university degree. For many hospitality and service jobs, what employers often look for is practical experience. For example, experience working in hotels, experience in housekeeping, experience in restaurants or kitchen, experience as a caregiver, experience in customer service roles. Even 1 to 3 years of experience can sometimes make a difference when applying for certain jobs. Another important thing employers usually look for is consistency between your experience and the job you are applying for. For example, if you are applying for a hotel housekeeping job, it helps if your previous experience shows you've worked in a cleaning or hospitality before. If you are applying for a kitchen assistant role, your CV should reflect some experience in food preparation or restaurant environment. This helps employers feel more confident that you'll be able to perform the job successfully. Now, let's quickly talk about the documents you will typically need when applying for jobs and eventually for the work permit process. The first and most important document is your CV or resume. Your CV is often the first thing an employer will see before deciding whether they want to interview you. So it needs to be clear, professional, and tailored to the type of job you are applying for. The second document you may need is your educational certificate. For some roles, employers may request proof of your qualifications. This could be your degree certificate, diploma, or any vocational training certificate you may have. The third document is proof of work experience. This usually comes in the form of reference letters from previous employers, okay? These letters confirm that you actually work in the role you listed on your CV. For example, if you say you work as a cleaner, caregiver, hotel assistant, or restaurant staff, the employer may want to see a letter confirming that experience, okay? So another important document is a valid international passport. Your passport should have enough validity remaining because you will need it for both the work permit application and your visa application. And depending on the employer and the role, there may be additional documents requested later in the process. But these 4 I just mentioned as one of the most common documents many applicants start preparing first. Now, besties, let's talk about something that many people underestimate when applying for jobs abroad, and that is your CV format. In Europe, many employers prefer a structured CV style, sometimes similar to the European CV format. Okay, this means your CV should clearly show your work experience, your skills, your education, your responsibilities in previous jobs, but most importantly, your CV should match the job you are applying for. For example, if you are applying for hospitality jobs, your CV should highlight hospitality-related tasks. If you are applying for caregiving roles, your CV should highlight caregiving or support work experience. If you are applying for cleaning or housekeeping jobs, your CV should clearly show your experience in those areas. And this is something I actually help with inside my YouTube channel membership. So if you are part of my channel membership, specifically the Peace Elevator, which is level 2, that is one of the perks available there. Inside that level, I guide members how to structure their CV properly for international job applications. And of course, each membership level on this channel comes with its own benefits and perks, so you can always explore the options that works best for you. Because the truth is, sometimes a small adjustment to your CV can significantly improve your chances of getting noticed by employers. Now, let's move to the part many people always ask about. Where can you actually find jobs in Malta? One thing about Peace Travels and Jobs is that we give you verified links for your convenience, okay? There are several websites you can use to begin your search. One of the websites is Jobs in Malta. This platform lists a variety of roles across different industries, including hospitality, customer service, administration, accounting, cleaning services, hotel staff. When you visit the website, you can use the search bar to type the role you are interested in. For example, you could search for hotel assistant, kitchen assistant, housekeeping, customer service, restaurant staff. Once you see a job that matches your experience, you can click on the listing, read through the job description, and then apply directly on the website. Another website you can explore is Connect Malta. This platform focuses more on professional and technical roles, but you can still browse through the different opportunities listed there. You can filter the results based on job category, experience level, employment type, location. And once again, if you find something that matches your profile, you simply follow the application instruction on the page. Another website many people use is CareerJet. CareerJet aggregates job listings from multiple sources, so when you search for a role there, you may see opportunities posted across different companies. You can search using keywords like hospitality jobs, hotel jobs, cleaning jobs, restaurant jobs. Then select Malta as a location and explore the results that appear. Some listings will allow you to apply directly, while others may redirect you to the company's website for the application. Okay. Now, before you start applying for jobs, let me share a quick tip that many people overlook. Don't apply for just one job and stop there. International job applications often require patience and consistency. Some people apply to 10 jobs, others apply to 30 or 40 before getting a response. So if you are serious about this opportunity, treat it like a process. Prepare your documents, work on your CV, apply consistently, and most importantly, stay patient, because sometimes the opportunity you are looking for may come from the application you almost didn't send. Okay, so besties, if moving to Europe has been something you've been considering, this is definitely one opportunity you can start researching and preparing for. As always, make sure you do your own due diligence, gather your documents, and take the time to understand the process properly. Opportunity exists, but preparation is always the key. And if this video was helpful for you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so more people who are looking for international opportunities can also find this information. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to Peace Travels and Jobs and turn the notification bell so you don't miss future videos where I share more travel and work opportunities around the world. And before you go, I would love to hear from you. Which job would you personally apply for in Malta? Hospitality, Cleaning, restaurant jobs, or caregiving roles? Drop your answer in the comment section below because I always enjoy reading your responses. Thank you so much for watching, besties, and I'll see you in the next opportunity video. Until next time, Jesus loves you and I do love you too. Bye for now.